What's going on, guys? Stevie from the Minute Masters here, and today I'm going to give you a 2-year review on my no weld Rusty Fender Fix. So a little background on this video and this repair. 2 years ago, I was away at college. I did not have access to my welder, and I really wanted to fix the wheel arches on the bed because I didn't want to rust and eat more of the bed away. So I looked around and I looked at what I had in my toolbox, and of course I had my Eastwood solid rivet kit, which is about $200. So I said, wow, this is a cool idea. How about I attach the panels in this way? And so this accomplishes two things. Number one, it's very easy to do. I mean, any body shop guy will tell you that welding welding sheet metal in a car takes a tremendous amount of skill. You'll burn holes through it. You'll warp the metal. Even if you were to go out and get a real cheapy Harbor Freight welder and the gas and everything like that, and it was given to you or something, you still need skill to be able to do this. And guess what? If any of the world wars have taught us, it's that anybody can do rivets, and they work, as evident by this repair. So that's the background. It was just an easier way to essentially band-aid the bed back together, although you could use this as a long-term repair, if not a permanent and ultimate repair. But for me, it's at this point, it's probably going to be a band-aid, given the fact that the bed's going to need a little bit more work. So let's dive in here and take a look at it. So essentially, I took a patch panel, cut it into a nice arc shape here, and used aircraft solid rivets. Now each side is a little different. This panel I riveted on and then painted the panel. So the downside to that is there's no paint under the rivets, so that it's the original paint, and that's why this side is suffering from a little bit more surface rust and discoloration, and most likely a little dirt around the rivets. But otherwise, it's very solid. I'm yanking on the bed here. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's not flexing much. So a lot of the naysayers, once they got by the whole, I can get by with a $100, Harbor Freight welder and make everything look factory, the next thing they said is all the rivets will pop out. Oh, it's going to fall apart, this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? It hasn't, and neither has the airplane that you went on vacation. Solid rivets hold together a lot of things, including nice airplanes that you fly places in. Rust. The inside is typically where you start to get the rust, so let's take a look. So, as you can see, not much going on as far as rust. It is very clean in there, okay? So that's like goal 2 accomplished. Now let's take a look at the other side. This side, the paint is a little messed up because I use a rust converter, and it etched its way into the paint. You will not see that on this side. Now, this is the first side I did, and I actually pre-painted the panel and then put it on. And you'll see, first off, the big difference is the rust converter hasn't etched its way into the bed. I didn't use it on this side. Number 2, you're not seeing, and I'll throw a little more light on the subject, any rust buildup on the surface or dirt or anything like that around the rivets. Now, the rivets on this side are purple because originally I left them exposed, and then I wanted to know what it looked like. So I kind of spritzed them with paint so that they would have the look of the other side, just to see if this is something I want to do. That's why there's this like big drip of paint right here. I was just kind of doing it sloppy. But again, all the rivets are in place, and it's still pretty solid. Now this side doesn't have the fuel tanks on the side, so there's gonna be a little more deflection in the bed. But again, overall, I'm shaking the truck. I don't know if you can see the bumper moving back there, but it's solid. Now, again, let's take a look at the inside. Inside, okay, again, there's no real rust in here, especially where the rust really starts to get you, which is up top. Look, you can see where the original rust was eating away there, that cancer. But right where the patch meets the original bed, no rust. Granted, I did undercoat this particular panel and before putting it on, and I did so with the other side. The other thing is, it's also, the bed itself is undercoated between the panels. So I like to think I crossed my I's and dotted the T's when I did this repair. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you enjoy this fix. If you're really interested in it's in my DIY, truck DIY playlist. as the no weld Rusty Fender Fix. And like I said, there's a lot of options out there to repair your fender. I think welding is the most difficult, but probably the best looking. There is the method where you cut, flange, and glue the panel on, and then Bondo. I think that has its plus or minuses. A lot of people say that glue is just as good as welding, although you still have to go through this whole process of having a flanged edge similar to this. But if you're looking for something very simple, very easy, there's no cutting or fitting of, a patch pad on the bedside, so it's literally slap it on there, drill the holes, rivet it on. I mean, this is very much a World War II production kind of method here. And you know what? It's held up 2 years. I think it looks pretty good for what it is. I may eventually replace it when I have the chance with actually welding in the panel. But like I said, is either this or cancer the whole bed. So you choose and you give it a try. Otherwise, that's all for me, guys. Hit the subscribe icon over here. Check out some of the other videos. I'm Stevie from the Minute Masters. Thanks for watching.